Well, hello.
Hey, happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. It's another Friday edition episode of Cloud Foundry Weekly. Keith is back as our special guest co-star while Nikki is out traveling the world. Uh, I can't imagine the miles he's racking up on his travel rewards programs, but I think it is significant. So we'll probably be back with Nikki here maybe in a couple weeks. But yeah, we're here today, and this is going to be another kind of performance related series. I've been doing a lot of testing with some of these AI things, so I think it'll be a pretty fun episode. But before that, Keith, do you have any banter for the audience today to get us started? Any fun things happening?
No, just more of the week. Just helping folk out with Tanzu Platform. Just more on the operational side. Helping people on the operational side. Good understanding of Bosch. Like people sometimes they're going, "Oh, Bosch, new, confusing." But when you show them how easy it is to use Bosch, they kind of get it. Oh, this is not too bad actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, a bit of that this week. Showing the power of Bosch. It's not new. It's been around a while and it's well proven. And just how powerful it is.
It's based on the underpinnings of what Google Cloud runs on. So what could go wrong, right? It's just pretty great tech.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just writing up some more automations, just helping out folk as well. Showing what can be done.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get an update on your installer script here soon, because I know you've been doing a lot of work to it since we've last spoke on it. So remind me when you're ready. We'll have to do another update on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I guess for me, I'm getting ready to fly to Germany for Cloud Foundry Day EU next week. So it's next Tuesday. So if you're out there, you should come check out. We had Ram and Chris Clark on the show last week to kind of give a little bit of a preview and go from there. But if you're thinking about it, you should probably get your ticket now. I know they're getting pretty close on some of the registration counts, so make sure to register and get out there. It should be a fun day, and we'll be going live from Frankfurt next Tuesday, towards the end of the day in I guess Central European time, so maybe like 4 or 5 p.m. there. Well, it's a live schedule, so it may adjust either way. But keep your eyes posted. We'll get StreamYard links and everything ready to go from there as well. So
is that where it was held last year, Nick?
No, it was actually in Karlsruhe last year. So okay. This is the third different German city I'll be at so far within the Cloud Foundry Day track, so to speak. So I've flown into Frankfurt to go to the other cities. So this is I've been at the airport at least.
Where you either.
Not too bad. It's going to take a little while to cross the ocean per se, but can't really
catch up
fix
on
that.
TV.
yeah, exactly. All right. Well, today,
okay, Nick, what have you been cooking?
Yes. So, we've been, the title of the show is "Can Vibe Coding Unlock the True 10x Developer and Enterprise ROI?" Right. And we've had this kind of comical 10x developer or 10x engineer concept, I don't know, for the past 4 or 5 years. And even better, there's a couple of folks who've created like a parody on YouTube called the 0.1 or 0 engineer, and you should, if you're in for a laugh, you should watch that, where it's basically like the least effective software engineer possible. But yeah, it's definitely a comedy series. So but as I've been getting more into the vibe coding scene within my Kuhn Labs data center experience. And I thought, like, well, what if I had 10 of these instances of a client or agents or whatever you would call them, or 15? What could I do with them, right? And then so I have all this equipment, like I can run it myself, and I don't have to worry about tokens or anything like that, because I have invested in all of this GPU infrastructure and run it on the Tanzu platform. So I don't have to worry about model fees per se, other than just my own power cooling and keeping all my boxes happy.
Okay.
So I don't really have a limitation there. And So that kind of got me thinking on a couple of thoughts of crack of, what can we do with these agents, and then kind of a talk track came up of how do we, because we have this theory, right, that like this vibe coding stuff can be expensive at scale across the enterprise, and even some situations or some of these service providers will give you like a monthly fee, like I'll pay $100 or $200 a month, and you get X amount of requests or tokens, and then you're done for the month, so to speak, or you get rate limited per 24 hours. So a lot of the folks that I know are like really into the scene. You may have 2 or 3 or 4 subscriptions all kind of working concurrently, where like,
Yeah.
right, I've got my Gemini credits, I've got my Cursor credits, I've got my Claude credits, and I'm running all this. I'm spinning all the plates to try to get this most out of all these AI subscriptions as possible. And then when they either cap out or go to per token, you kind of like pull back per se, because you don't really want to pay per token, especially in some of these models where like the latest Claude model is like, I don't know, $15 per million tokens. And we'll see here in a little bit that
Yeah.
absurd, right? So
like Pac-Man, how fast it eats them all up. Yeah.
Exactly, right. And so you got some of that happening. That's probably more on the personal consumer side. And then now, there's like these larger enterprise agreements happening where, maybe it's only per token, or you have, things like that. So some of that too was, now how can we load test the Gen AI tile, see how many workers I can get on one, how many virtual agents or virtual developers I can get on one of our workers. If I, test out our, scaling mechanism where we can scale out, with multiple workers backing the same model, can I get more throughput? So that's kind of we're kind of in take 2 today, where I've got multiple workers backing our Qwen 3 coder model that I've got deployed, and we'll see that in some of the performance charts and things. So we'll see where this goes. I haven't extensively tested this format out yet, so we'll see. But essentially, I've used AI to write me some prompts of like, hey, write me 15 enterprise application style prompts, and then I'm gonna feed them into the hoppers of all these agents, and we're gonna watch all the screens go crazy, and hopefully I've mitigated my power supply situations where none of them start alarming for over voltages like they were just like 30 minutes ago. So hopefully that you don't have a screaming UPS in the background. But that's kind of the plan for today, and we can kind of talk through it. And I have numbers from the stats of the first run, and if we're lucky, we can get through another run, and maybe we might not complete the full hour, but we could probably extrapolate a little bit here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And kind of go from there. So
what kind of setup are you going to be using, Nick? Like, even like there's many solutions out there: Cursor, Windsurfer, Copilot, Klein. Like, what kind of setup are we using?
Yeah, so we're using Ubuntu Desktop with VS Code and Klein installed. Okay. And I went ahead and pre-installed. Here, I'll share my screen. It might make a visual might be a little bit enticing here. Let's get out of Inception land.
Yeah, and for anyone's listening, I'd like to hear what are folks' favorite. I know Cursor's a favorite of many, but again, some people might have favorites. Some people can't pick a favorite because they could be limited by what's used in their organization. Like, I know Windsurf is a popular one. How they offer private. One thing that caught me, like, I have a ChatGPT subscription, but I can't plug that into my IDE because it's when you get ChatGPT, you're getting access to the chatbot. You're not getting access to the APIs. There's little things going, and we all fall into that trap when you're doing experimentation yourself. Personally, those subscriptions start adding up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think even like the Max Claude one is at least $200 a month US. But I had to double check that. So I guess that kind of to get into this here, because I have 88 days. Okay, chill out. All right, so I made a new org called Scale Test, and I have made 15 spaces called runner 1 through 15, right? And essentially, I'm going to give them a goal. I like say, start them all out and say, hey, here's this prompt, go build it, and then push it to Cloud Foundry, right? And hopefully a few of them actually get to that point where they've actually, push some type of application. If it, this isn't like me, I'm not doing a whole lot of like overship or stewardship of the agent per se. So I'm just kind of like, I'm really vibing on like whatever it produces. So it maybe may not be great per se, but we'll go from there. So I need to do a little bit of cleanup here. I'm going to delete this app. Actually, I could probably do that while they're running because it's going to take a little while before they do that. So oh, come on. So if we go back to here, runner. So yeah, even this one attempted to actually deploy a database and everything as well. So let's clean that up. But if we go back to the scale test, we go to runner 1. So essentially what everyone started out with is there's, as a developer, I'd have my own space, right? And I went ahead and provisioned a service of the GenAI service because I wanted the, I needed this model to plug into my Quine model, my Quen model.
That was my next question, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're using Quen 3 Coder. Yeah.
Yes, we're using the Quen 3 Coder. It's on a quad 3090 box, so it's using 96 gig of VRAM. I've got 2 of those boxes ready to roll. So we have that happening now in the back end, and I'll just show the config now. I might not be able to zoom in a whole lot here on this, but let's go to Klein. So I've got some older prompts in here, but if we just looked at the history here, so I wonder, can I command plus this app? I've never done this before. Let's try. It doesn't look like it. No. I gotta break out of it. Well, maybe I'll make it full screen for a second. That didn't really happen. I'm using by Keith's recommendation. I'm using the Royal, I think it's Royal TSX.
Yeah.
RDP manager, or desktop manager, which was a great. He reminded me of the vExpert perks, right? So that's still an active perk if you're a vExpert. So I was able to get the Royal TSX license because the vExpert. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, we're using this. You don't really need to zoom in too much on here because I just copying that GenAI proxy URL and key, and we're using the Quen model and kind of going from there. So if you've used Klein, you just need to get the API and key out of it and the model ID, and you're ready to roll, right? So that's what's going on there. I'll break back to here, and I can start I probably need to start feeding the hopper here just so we can go, and then go from here. So let's start doing that. And I'll bring over my prompts. We'll see, I've got prompts. We can look at the prompts for a second. So it's like runner 1, create me the following application, a centralized knowledge management system, blah, blah, blah.
Pump that up just for the audience.
Yeah. So if you can read that, it's generic enough. It sounded legit, so I went with it. Oops. And then one of the LMs wrote this, and then I was like, hey, let's use it like for this app, make it a Python Flask app. Deploy to our local Cloud Foundry environment. I'll tell it like what org and what space to use. If you need persistent services, use the Cloud Foundry Marketplace, and we have the Cloud Foundry MCP server wired up too, so it can get some additional data. Although they're pretty solid without the MCP server as well, because it's Cloud Foundry is a pretty well understood CLI and situation too as well. So let's get runner 1 firing up here and make sure everything's cooking. And yeah, so I have empty directory, and then it should just start going. I'm going to prep runner 2. This is another Python app. This is the dynamic resource planning dashboard. Sounds legit. All right, so that's.
And what do they call it? I know in Windsurf they call it BYOK, bring your own key. Is that what they call it with Klein?
This is OpenAI compatible model provider. Yeah. So if you're installing Klein from the first time, then they want you to like sign up and do all this, make a client account and stuff, but you can kind of like X past that and get to the like settings config and then just plug your own model without having to whatever do anything.
Yeah.
Now, if you do sign up, I do think you get some like, cloud credits or whatever for free and stuff.
Yeah. Like you're using Quint3 Coder. Like other ones I see popping up a lot would be what's Claude's one? Sonnet 4.5 are they up to now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they just rev that actually.
Yeah. Opus 4 was another one. You got ChatGPT 5, Grok Code, Gemini Pro. I know that they're more coding focused models.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have really picked up on this agentic coding AI as a pretty solid use case for AI. So I think that's why everyone is really focusing or doubling down on that effort per se. At least that's the vibe.
DeepSeek released one as well, didn't they? Did they do a DeepSeek?
Yeah, they just. I mean, like, the mod keeping up with the model game, the models providers has become. It's not ezy because DeepSeek just dropped another version, and I feel like at this point, every do I not want to delete space? What am I doing? Every day I wake up, there's like something new to read of like, so and so just released this app or this new model or this new type of optimization for a model, that type of thing.
Yeah, and it's even difference I've come across even with some of them. Like some have inline autocomplete, some don't.
Yeah,
so there's little differences, all right.
Yeah, so you can also use continue.dev as well, and that's kind of more, I think, geared for like if you're more like I want to be a little bit more interactive with my code. Like you can do autocomplete, which is really nice. Or you can like highlight a section of code and say like, what's this code do? Or it also just acts more like a normal prompt of like, help me write this regular expression, blah, blah, blah. And, so the client is more like automated format. I feel like it's just kind of like, here's this prompt, go build this thing, that type of thing. Versus I think continue does have a agent mode as well, but it's more of a little bit of a, I feel like you're a little bit more involved than where client is. Client is you're really kind of let loose and trusting.
And
trusting
there's pros
the
and
feels.
cons. Yeah, like there's like it hasn't happened to me, but it's happened to our good friend Dan, and that's happened to many others. Is it deletes things that you weren't expecting it to delete, like wipe out a database. That's like you have to be.
Yeah,
you have to be careful.
Yeah,
because you have to be careful. Like it's
That's one of the reasons why I spun these up on VMs. I made a template so that if one of them goes a little crazy, I can just kill it and restart it. Just reclone the template and not have to worry about like it killing my machine, something like that. Okay, so I've cleared out all the old apps just so that we don't get a conflict down the road. All right, 1's still going, 2's still going. Okay, 1 and 2 are rolling, so I'm gonna go to 3. All right, so let's go to 3. We gotta feed these hoppers. We're not gonna hit our performance numbers. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to here.
You could write an agent to do.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah.
Inception. The agents do the agent's work.
Yeah, I thought about that. Like, all right, for like one of these, like now write me a framework to like do load testing with Klein, automated. I'm sure that maybe exists. I don't know, but with the whole like desktop format and I don't know if anybody has an easy way to automate this, and I'm sure like, or if there's some kind of tooling to do that. No, I haven't used AI to research this question, but that's a good point. I was more of like, can I just do this theoretically and get this done and see what happens? Type of vibes versus efficiency. But yes, after doing this a second time, it's becoming. I mean, it's not too bad. I'm just copying and pasting, and then eventually, once they all get rolling, I'll go to the overview view within there and watch all the screens start painting and go kick one around if they need a approval or if they're hung waiting on a process for an interaction for me type of thing. But yeah, I think what was really cool last time is that like some actually decent apps started to get written with like, little to no effort from me. So that's where kind of where this is. If I was actually really trying, I could be really productive, right? Like I have 10 ideas that I want to try. Just put them all in there and see what happens, right? Like 10 ideas I would have never had time to try, right? That type of thing.
Yeah. I think there we mentioned like we could get on our colleague Dan to show what can be done.
Oh yeah, he's we're lining him up here soon.
Oh,
in
nice.
the schedule.
Yeah.
Yes,
It,
I think he
really
is the,
shows what can be done. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna call Dan the 100x developer at this point. All right, we're at 10. All right, we're still cooking. All right, let's see. I don't need this anymore. Okay, yeah. They're not 100% pegged. Okay, one. So this middle, if you can see, I might have to. One of our workers is at 100% across all GPUs, so that's okay. The other one isn't yet, so we're not fully pegged out on the system yet. So we can keep processing. However, we might start to see slowness because we're spinning this all up at once. But yeah. Oh, this is really kind of giving me vibes to like the VDI boot storms that we used to talk about, right? Where it's like vibe coding boot storms are all sending huge prompts to the LM at once. All right, let's get all these cooking. All right. And then another cool thing, since we have all this telemetry, we can start to see. We'll still have to see all these different application IDs or the IDs that are per service. So we should see all these different IDs cooking up, and we should be able to see like what the token rate is and everything, and some kind of fun stats really in terms of like really scaling this out. And some of these too are like, because I was telling it to use different frameworks, you could like the different frameworks were taking a lot more time or using a lot more tokens, that type of thing. Like I put one of these apps is like a Ruby app, and it was doing a lot of things with gems and things I didn't understand or I hadn't seen in quite some time. Yeah, let's see.
And that's it. Like there, I use it for some of my own personal stuff. It comes back to the thing: will AI replace you? Hey, Skynet might do, but definitely.
Yeah.
Am I a developer? No. Did I used to do development? Yes, but it's been a while. And it's definitely an assistant. Like the stuff it throws out and going, that's close, but not exactly. Like I know enough to know when it's not right, So I know the saying has been coined and used many times. Like, will AI replace you? No, but someone using AI might do.
Yeah. I think that's a good call out. AI is not going to replace everybody or anybody, right? But like those mastering AI, I think will be very, very well in the future here. So I'm trying to zoom in here. So we're starting to see in our dashboards here where I'm measuring token usage over time. So this is in per minute intervals. So we hit, we're still not maxing out everything yet. This one GPU is idle, right? So I bet some of these guys are hanging out and waiting for prompt land. All right, so that's still there. Yeah, run command. Oh, you want to do pip? Okay, fine, whatever. And last time I had a line in there that says don't use any of the tools, like don't install anything on them on the local machine, because I wanted it to like try to test its code against CF, but like then I forgot like Java needed to like compile, and I was like, I was like, whoops. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be really hard to do that. So yeah, let's run that command. We're doing some Maven. All right, sweet. All right. That's writing something. I have no idea. Approving request. Yeah, we got some Java getting written there. Apt-get. Yeah, you're probably gonna need a password for that because you want to install. Oh yeah, this one's the .NET one. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. The .NET one did get it working last time. It wasn't a very graceful application, but it pushed an app, and it was a .NET app, and it did work. So I was like, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, and that even touches back on, Tanzu Platform. It's not
Mhm.
just Java.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
here's the
there's a
Ruby app going. Pack.
many think it's just Java. No, it's not. Like, yeah, we are stewards of Spring, but like as you say, .NET, so many languages supports, but not just Java.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I think they're all running again. I hear my UPS is angry now. So my UPS integration wasn't quite effective, but we'll just chill with that. Okay. Yeah. So we're still cooking here. I'm just trying to watch it. And yeah, if I go back to like overview, so that's another cool view here. If I make this full screen, you can see all the different. I mean, I can zoom in from here too.
Yep.
Get a view of all the. I'm not sure how that looks to you, Keith, but that's pretty cool. Of all the different.
No,
I guess I should
doing something.
Yeah.
You can see. You could say, second row 1 and 2. Are they doing anything? There's probably a prompt on the first column 1. Sorry, I always get that wrong.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Boom. What's this guy? Proceed while running. Yeah, that's cool. I'll go back to overview. Oh, this is even a better way because I can just look for the blue buttons. Hit save.
Yeah.
And go back. Save. I'm not reading any of this. Who knows what it's doing? I'm just looking blue. I need to hit like auto. I think there are ways to just like fully give control to
Force
this
command. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a lot of them, but I didn't get that to edit. Yeah, let's do that. I don't want to press buttons all day, guys. Come on. Ooh, another. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna wanna password for that, I bet. Oh, you need a sudo. What's going on? Oh, well, we'll see. I like to watch them struggle and see if they eventually figure it out. Okay. All right. And I think for time tracking, we were at 11:51 is when this started kicking off the first time. Man, they're all writing. See the green box is happening. I guess this is our job, Keith, is to look for a blue button.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah. I really should have added a 16th to have the line all lines completed here.
It's affecting my OCD, all right. Yeah.
Oh, blue button right here. Bam. Save. Let's do it. Move on. And now I guess we can do that on this screen. I should set up my performance testing. Here, how about this? If I do over, okay. So I want to kill this. All right, over, okay. So I should be able to do this full screen. Blue button again. Let's run. All right. And then if I here now, I make this easier. Really kind of testing out my. We'll have the ops dashboard and we'll have the dev dashboard. How about that?
Okay.
And I guess yeah. All right. So yeah, we have all our workstations going. All right. So yeah, we're cooking with fire here. Both of these VLM servers. So 1 and 2 here. They're deployed by Bosch, and they're getting routed. Like the traffic requests are going across the AI servers. The AI servers here, so it's it's getting all these requests coming in, and it's just load balancing kind of between the two models. And I was actually talking with some of the engineering folks earlier today, yesterday. I was like, are we gonna get to like a weird split brain issue? And they didn't really seem to think so, right? Because they did the original kind of testing when they architected this, is that when you send these requests, like you're passing the context in every time you're making a request. So like assuming the model is the same, right? Which it is, like, especially with these, it's up to the client or the caller of the model to make sure it's passing the right context back and forth. So if it hits either worker, it's fine because each request has the full kind of body of the request and back type of thing. So it's definitely performing much better with 2 workers at 15, because 15 was made my original testing a little bit slower.
Okay.
But yeah, we can start to see like all these different colors, all the different application IDs coming in for this.
But just for context,
this
well,
worker.
This is consumer grade. Don't have people thinking, oh, this is all it can handle. This is consumer grade GPU.
Yes, this is buying used 3090 consumer grade cards on the eBay junkyard market to make a machine to be able to run this model at all, right? Yeah, this is not like I don't have any H100s in my basement, right?
Yes.
So like, yeah, well, yeah, I don't think that's gonna ever happen. They're still like $30,000 a piece. So, yeah. But now, if anyone wants to send me from NVIDIA, sponsor Coon Labs Inc. or anything like that, Bosky, if you're watching, that'd be cool.
Yeah, just to see,
But
just about to say
yeah,
Bosky.
yeah, I would gladly test and promote any kind of free hardware. Let's go last 30 minutes. Yes, we had a little spiky. We kind of had a little chatty talk here where like we didn't quite rev it up enough, but we're starting to rev up pretty high. Tokens using input output tokens, and this is per minute. So 10,000 per minute. In my testing last time, I was able to hit close to 16,000 tokens per minute, I think, or something like that. So we'll see if we can hit that as well. I mean, they're definitely not fully utilized, so we need to go. I bet we got some blue buttons we need to go deal with here.
Oh yeah,
blue button here. Save. I need to click edit. I think the edit button was the missing link. Oh yeah. All right. You see any more blue buttons?
on the
two
right
over
side.
here. Yeah. All right. Man, this Royal TSX application, very nice. I'd highly recommend it to anyone who needs to do this, or really just manage a bunch of RP sessions.
Or anything. The credential management on it is very good as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even integrates with vCenter and things too, which is nice. So I actually helped use that to create some of that stuff, some of these workers as well. All right. Cool. I don't see any blue buttons, so that's good. Good. And we're it's 12:06, so we'll see how long we can run it. Yep. It's hard to quite hear the alarm behind my noise cancellation on my headphones, but it's still happening. Huh. Well, I mean, we're not 15 workers isn't enough here. Like we got one. I mean, this worker is very big. This one's not 100% yet. And I did power cap these two, so they're not. I dropped them down to 200 watts each on each card because this is 8 3090s in flight right now. So at full power, that's a lot, right? That they cap originally at 350 each. So,
and they're air cooled as well, are they?
Oh yeah, these are just stock. Yeah. So these are the Gigabyte Pro 2 slot blower edition. So it's if you're looking for, if we're talking about in terms of Pokemon cards, these are like the most rare 3090s to acquire because you can basically throw them in servers. And I think NVIDIA was kind of like, let's not make a bunch of those because we want people to buy the enterprise cards situation. So if you Google the history of these blower editions of the consumer cards are a little they come and go, so to speak, because NVIDIA wants you to buy the top tier stuff, right, for your servers, because you can't you can't go and buy a original like the Founders Edition or a normal edition of a 3090 in a server because it's like 3 to 4 PCIe slots, right? That's just not gonna vibe pretty well.
Yeah. And with their own fancy little connector as well.
Oh yeah, that thing
which causes lots of fun.
Yeah, burning connectors. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, the Gigabyte. I think there's a very more rare Asus version of it, but yeah, that seemed to be I was able to snag some of those and build them in my quad slot dual GPU super micro boxes and make that out to be pretty nice situation here. All right, so that's still running. Let's look for the blue prompts. I got a couple. Run command. Oh, I made a README file. Look at that. Oops. Oh, yay. That's good. Writing docs. That's something that I would do. All right. I think it's. Ooh. Okay. Well, now this is where we get feisty with the app. All right. So we use 1.3 million tokens on this worker. Okay. Deploy to Cloud Foundry. Let's see what happens. All right. So it's written an app. All right. Yeah. Do some documents. Okay.
On the right hand side as well, Nick. This one.
Yeah. Proceed. Okay. Oh, whatever here. Yeah. So they're getting close. They want to start like validating what they wrote. Man, it's given, a lot of them are really good about, giving you the commands to run. Sometimes I get a little. I should let's see what happens here. All right. Those are all writing still. I think that top T2 might be still hanging there. Might think it's finished. It's not finished until I see an app in a web browser. That's my standard. Okay, you're at a multi-tenant SaaS analytics platform in 34,000 tokens. I don't think so. Oh yes. Yes. Do that. It was just asking for permission.
There's the prompt.
To write it. Yeah, I was like, no. It's fascinating, right? Because this is the same model, right? And it's seeing like 15 different like realities, right, of what it does, right? The kind of reminds me of the different paths of, like Inception or something. Who knows? Yeah, it's still writing. Okay. All right. So let's go back to our ops view. All right. We're still, again, we start, I think I would have to deploy more workers at this point to fully peg all these workers at, because this one on the left is only, like one GPU is completely idle, and oh yeah, let's picking up a little bit here, but let's refresh this here. 10,000, 9,000. Yeah, so we're still, I mean, like, we got some pretty healthy here. And another thing cool is like we're going to look for, so we can look at the response time and measure that. So, I mean, it's starting to go up a little bit here, but like, under 5 minutes, that's fine. Like it's just going slow. And, we saw these different API request latencies when these big prompts, because another thing too is like we're passing, this model has a context window of 256K. So we have 15 workers passing 256K context every time. So yeah, some of these calls might be a little bit slower, but we had a little peak, but now we're still like kind of in a manageable time frame here. That's really the average really versus the max. So like that green line average response time is still, below a minute. I mean, so that's pretty acceptable here still, considering we're doing a very kind of invasive load test.
Is this dashboard built with HealthWatch or?
Yeah, so this is one of our HealthWatch dashboards here. I tweaked some of the token count up here a little bit. It was doing it every 5 minutes. I wanted to see it every 1 minute. So go from there. But yeah, this is I think this is on our docs page where you can throw it into your HealthWatch. Another thing too is like we see our database connection pools. So we're starting to see stats of the AI server itself, CPU usage, JVM usage, database connection pools, things like that. So all good. Everything's going back. This isn't even at 100% anymore. So I bet we got some blue buttons to deal with. One on the top right. Proceed while running. You want to do some Java stuff. There we go. Proceed. Oh, start.sh. Deployment scripts. Everything's cool. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm using in the prompts, there's Node.js, there's Ruby, there's .NET, there's Java. Maybe I did a Go application. I'm not sure. So I did at least those different languages and go from there.
What was the typical runtime in your first pass of it?
So the first pass of it, I was trying to do it within an hour time frame. Now we got started a little late, so we'd have to run late to get that full hour, but that's totally on you. What I was really trying to do, I guess, from an ROI perspective. So part of this is just load testing the system and see what I can do with my consumer grade gear, and help extrapolate what can we see from even enterprise gear and things of that nature. And then some of this too is about, our thought process around this 10x developer. We talked to all of our friends, using all these different subscriptions, paying, hundreds of dollars a month, just on the fees alone, like on the subscription fee, and then maybe even more on token overage. How do we equate that to like the enterprise developer? If you say you wanted to deploy this on your own premises with your own hardware and use some of these open source local models instead of some of these cloud models. Now, obviously, your intellectual property concerns probably will be your key concern, right? But what I was seeing on our token usage, on just me vibe coding and Dan vibe coding and coding on some of these tools, like the token usage, like I was kind of giving a rough swag of like someone really doing this, and not 100%, but we're probably guessing maybe like 100 million tokens a week would be like a developer usage. And that first test kind of proved out to be close. It was like in the 90 million tokens per week. I guess while this cooks, let me look for any more blue buttons here.
The one top right, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna preview this. Okay. Well, we'll go back to that. I think they're all. This one might think it's done. Let's see. All right, so run step 4. I might just run the command for it, but we'll see. Yes, you have the ability. I already told you to do this. Okay, yeah. There's something with this configuration. Like half of them think they're not allowed to use the terminal at all, and like the other half are like, hey, I'm gonna run curl, install Java, and pip install, and all these different things. So it's like it's really like I don't know. Like I know what to do. I built the app. Now I just run cf push, and it's like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not allowed. So maybe I didn't. Maybe I missed the prompt in this one. I thought I got it.
Or they could be, like some of us, no changes to prod on a Friday.
Yeah, I mean, yes. To deploy to Cloud Foundry, you would run the yes. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna run this for it because it's yelling at me. All right. Oh, copy paste, and here's weird. CF push runner 2. Oh, this has got a manifest. Was this a Python app? Yeah, it looks like a Python app. We'll see if it starts. See what it does. I don't even know what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be a dynamic resource planning dashboard. So that while that's pushing, let's go back to our look for. Ooh, got some more blues. Run command. Yep.
But yeah, what you were kind of explaining is, it's like the term, the art of possible. Because as you're saying, the token usage, it's scary. Like when you start extrapolating out the maths, how big is your organization, how many people are using it, like security aside, on the financial side, this gets expensive. And then you go down the road of prompt engineering, how to people just even basic enhancements to your prompts. Because yeah, those tokens are not free.
Oh yeah, we're we'll even get to a full hour of testing here, but we'll see that we've done a lot of tokens. Right, so that's still pushing. I think some of this too is that I spin up all this. All these workers are on the same infrastructure that the models are on, so it's like everything in my lab's on fire right now. Okay, so that's that. We're doing some Maven clean package there. Okay, so what is this guy? Push the. Okay. Oh, more blue buttons. All right. Oh, it just auto approved itself sometimes. All right. So that's still pushing. Oh, it's downloading a bunch of Python packages. That's why it's taking a while. But let me, while we do that, go back to ops land. We're still cooking. Oh, 16,547 peak tokens right now. So that's good. We're still in C. I mean, it's very nice though, because like our average has been really good under this test. And like, yeah, we'll get some, max response times at like, still under 5 minutes, which is good. You don't really want response times going much longer than that, because then you start getting into, load balancer timeouts and things, and that type of thing. Ooh, our database is getting a little busy too. Ooh, yeah.
Is like when I look at the top left, with the 4 windows, the 4 GPUs, 3 of them, are they pegged or are they idle?
So the top left, yeah, GPU 96, 20%. So the one that's doing up and down.
Okay.
But the one they're just flatlined right now,
Yeah.
right? And so that one's real busy, and then this one is like it's going ups and downs, right? So that when the blue lines are like, woo, little kind of boxy, that means they're not flatlined. So like when it came back to this last time, this box in the middle had all of its GPU flatlined. So just kind of showing how the different requests come through and not that type of thing. So yeah, this is an interesting test too, where we have a database connection, or we have a Postgres database backing the AI server. So I don't remember even what. It's probably like the smallest database playing possible, because I didn't really envision this being heavily used like this, but it's still chugging along. So that's cool. Yeah, I've seen all those proceed. We'll see if we can beat that first run. Oh, that's 16,547. All right, yeah. So we'll keep running here. But yeah, this is definitely performing better, because on the first test, when I got pretty late into it, we hit a big spike about like 15 minute response time max on response time, because we kind of just overloaded it on one worker alone at 15 developers. Again, with consumer grade cards. If someone would let me use an H100, I think we could do some really cool stuff. But yeah, or a few H100s. I can use more than one, right? Yeah. Or some Blackwell Pro 6000s. That'd be cool too. Anything really. L40Ss. Yeah. Well, anybody got some spare GPU lying around? That'd be cool. All right. So yeah, let's go back. Oh, we got a lot of blue buttons. We need to, yes.
Yep, got a couple more there.
Yeah. Oh, did this push? Okay. It pushed. This is our first app to validate. See if apps. Can I get a link here? We'll open in the browser, and then if it passes. Oh, can I not copy? Oh, come on, copy. What am I doing? Oh, hey, it looks like it's an app. It looks like an app too. It does things. I have no idea if it actually does things, but hey, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good dashboard. Got some capacity tracking, demand forecast. We're at 85% utilization. We have 12 projects, 24 available resources, 7 upcoming tasks. Engineering's at 89% usage, marketing 88%. HR is only at 67%. So interesting. So yeah, I mean, like with a very I would say not very interactive prompt, one-shot prompt.
Yeah,
was
and
able
it
to,
was short. Like it was
yeah,
a couple lines. Yeah.
yeah, it was able to make an app, and I had to little coax it. It didn't want to run that CF push command. It knew what to do. It just said, I can't run it. So I had to run it for it. But yeah. Yeah, those pages don't work. It's just the dashboard. But yeah, I mean, you could see then too, be like, all right, now you have this. Now, like, go build the employee page or project page. Like, and I would probably just focus on this, not, 15 other things at once, and try to like make it go from there. But like, or even just like, hey, I want to like draw me up this type of thing. So, all right. So we got one where, yeah, I would say this is a pass. So one of our workers have finished this task, and we're ready to go here. We got blue buttons everywhere, so they need attention. All right. Is this going to be the same boat where they? All right. So it wants to create a. Well, use the cloud. All right, so now I'm telling it to use the Cloud Foundry MCP server to list the services and create the correct plan, because it wanted to create a Postgres database, but it wasn't. It was just made up a plan name. So we'll see where that goes. Blue buttons everywhere. Yeah, write a manifest YAML. That's what I told you to do. All right. Oh, look at it. Now this is interesting. So it's trying to make a database. Be like, check the. Let's do this. Use the. Oh, did it make something already? I don't think so. All right, so check the. And I should have just copied that prompt I did from it. Use the Cloud Foundry MCP server to get the correct Postgres service name and then create the database. We'll see where it goes here. All right. Run command. Okay. Push the app. All right. All right, that's doing some .NET stuff. Approve. Okay. Use the MCP server. Okay, right now. Writing a README file again that I would have never created. Oh yeah, let's do that. MCP server. All right. Oh, down here.
Like, I think you're beginning to prove you're more than 10x here. 10x.
Yeah. Well, if the output was nothing before, what is anything? How does that math work out? All right, now this one's like, hey, I need to install some Maven because I probably need to compile my Java code, right? All right. And I feel like we've proven that we could run more of these. Now, I don't think I have the human capacity to really manage more than 15 at a time, because that just seems like a lot. One second here. All right. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see here. Use the Cloud Foundry. It's like I need to I should have really two prompts. I should say write this app and then test it locally, and then the next prompt should be like, okay, now that the app is working, use the MCP server, because I feel like I had that at the very end, and it's like it just forgot that. Use the Cloud Foundry MCP server. Days to get the plan name. Wait. Now I'm getting a little. use an MCP server to create the proper Postgres plan name, wait for it to create, then push the app. So we'll see if that one, we'll see what.
Yeah, see how it handles that, because
yeah.
Postgres service takes just a little bit longer to come up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Proceed while running. .NET run. Okay. All right. What is it? What's this doing here? Okay, you made an app. I don't really know the whole .NET scene. Okay, .NET run. Push the app to cloud. I don't know. It's like, I guess it's running locally maybe, and I could probably hit it in the browser. Localhost 5000. Oh, come on, Firefox, kill me here. There we go. I think last time it was like a health check or something. API. Check the application, and then to see if it's working. Like you're close. All right. Oh, lots of. This is exhausting. Like all these agents. I need somebody to press the buttons. This is where we get like the agent to agent concept, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, push the app though. Oh, okay. All right. Use install Maven.
Nick, how you're saying, you're doing a shout out if with NVIDIA, but have you done any experimentation even with you don't have an MI 350, but any of the AMD offerings?
I have not yet. That would be interesting. Really interesting. Just because as more availability, more choice and things. But yeah, I haven't done anything with AMD stuff yet. All right. What do we do? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Yay. No. Okay. Now push the app. Well, yes. If AMD wants to sponsor Coon Labs Inc., we can make room for more GPUs as well. But yeah, there's a lot of older AMD cards out there. I just don't know if they're really supported with ESXi, so I didn't really go too far into that rat hole. I did try to get a 79. I do have a 7900 XTX. Try to make it work, but it wasn't working. So I was like, yeah, only got so much time. Only so many cycles. Yay, install Maven. Yes. Okay. All right, I think we're all running right now. Doing stuff. I see that's a build success up there. That's good. Let's look at our ops view. I'll do the past hour now at this point. So yeah, we're coming up 16,547. Yeah, I just didn't have enough. Still peak at that. That's looking good. We had a max peak up here towards the end. Average was still pretty low, but yeah, we had a little spike up there. Hey, we're still proceeding. Kind of correlated to a database spike as well. So I wonder if it's not necessarily a worker. I need to scale up the database here. Right, because that was what was that spike at 1222 and 1227. Oh yeah, 1222. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, that correlation of the response time, I bet we had a database connection time issue versus the actual worker itself. That makes sense because the VLM's a lot more a lot more scaled out than our little tiny Postgres database supporting this thing.
Oh, yeah.
So we got monster VMs with 4 GPUs each, and I think it's like one core, like 1 gig of RAM, or maybe 2 cores, 2 gig of RAM running this Postgres database. Tiny little thing. So sorry, Postgres database. We'll scale it. We'll make a note and scale you up for the next performance test. But yeah, the AI server's been chugging along just fine. That's another thing too. It's just like you never know, like something that's gonna be the bottleneck, right? Like,
yeah, always, yeah. Yeah, I had a stint in doing high performance computing, designing them. It's amazing how far when you do and this is high performance computing. We get down to so many crazy things. Like when we were doing it, we were finding things like, for example, it was Brocade at the time. We were using their switches, their ASICs, and we were finding stuff they've never hit before. So it was interesting. And in Intel as well, we were pushing gear so hard. We were finding stuff they've never come across. But that was a long time ago.
Sounds like
it was one morning we walked into the data center and we were looking at the back of the racks. What are all these orange blobs on the ground? And you remember how you could pull the PSUs on them? They had these little orange pull tags. They've melted off.
Oh, that's suboptimal right there. That's a very hot aisle in the data center.
Yeah. Oh, these were in hot and cold aisles, directed shielding. Yeah, like we were there because we were doing a lot of tuning and how to best do it. Like we had the infrared guns, the heat guns going around, seeing what parts. And even it was interesting, even cabs next to them that weren't even running HPC workloads were getting hot. It was just because cabs are touching the thermal transfer into the other cabs. Yeah, so it was a lot of things.
Oh, this one's doing it. It made a Postgres database. I was trying to. What is going on? So it created a Postgres database. All right. Oh, so it's trying to. Oh, so I got confused. But it created the Postgres database. That was running the CF service command to wait for it to actually complete. This is all using. It looks like the MCP server here. And then now it's pushing. So it's pushing the app now too. Oh, like I didn't even understand what it's doing at first. Well, this might be an interesting one where it actually has the app pushed and ready to go here. Now interesting. See a push runner 11 dependencies don't fail. I wonder what its manifest file is. Sometimes, and we were talking with Dan too, that sometimes these tools like the manifest, they like to it didn't specify a build pack, so it should be okay. All right, starting. Oh, this is gonna be a good one here to see if it actually has a database and like can we interact with the database and like save data and like did it right like schema and not just complete junk. The route's right, yeah. It's starting. All right, well, I'm gonna push the other blue buttons. I feel like. This one? Oh, that's the one. All right. Well, everyone else is still vibing here. All right, run command. Oh, okay. This one might be a little confused. It wants me to echo the application. All right. Oh, it's this .NET app. Yeah. It's running. Okay, now. Use the MCP server to deploy. Yeah. Oh, did it already deploy? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. CF target. Oh, okay. All right, so it's going. Oh yeah. Oh, it's interesting. So it tried to this one It's trying to push the app, but it wrote a services for. It didn't create the. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh. You need to use Postgres. Check the CF Marketplace. Yeah, I don't have SQL Server out there, but I guess .NET would probably try to play SQL Server. Okay. Okay. I think we're still vibing, right? Like, what is this? Is this done? Sure. Let's ask me a question out there. This is writing. It's writing something to me here. Yeah, this one's trying to reference a Pivotal IO reference here too. So
yeah, you'll have to read them out to us or at high level.
Yeah, so that
yeah.
Sorry, this one says, all right, in order to deploy this application to Cloud Foundry, you need to configure CLI and like API.run.pivotal.io, things like that. So
okay,
use MCP server to deploy a database. And then that one prompt I did, and wait for the database to create. Then push the app. That was a key prompt right there because it actually used Cloud Foundry to get the correct plan name for the Postgres database, and then we'll see what it goes. So let's check into runner 11. Runner 11, I think, was looking really promising. Runner 7 looks like it's doing what it should be doing. Where's runner 11? I think I need to look at where was it? Which one was it? No, was doing that. Okay, go for it. Yeah, this is an interesting one. It was it's doing some rm-rf commands on code it wrote.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one's lost. Cancel. Yeah. This one's a failure. It died. I don't know where it got that, but I'm gonna go to Apps Manager and see if anything's running because we were running one. I can't remember which one it was. We're restaging 11. I'll probably call it here too in a little bit because we're getting probably pretty close to an hour. But let's see. Where is my Apps Manager? I guess I can make this full screen too here. So let's see. Does anybody have an app? Oh, runner 11. I thought it was runner. Oh, it's down. It pushed. I made a database. Interesting. Okay, that's good. So runner 11, push an app. So the logs. I wonder if I think it was still churning, trying to troubleshoot it. Yeah, so something about VCAP. I wonder if it's not using like the
build pack or something, or
VCAP services properly.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see. All right, so runner 2 has an app. That was the something dashboard, right? Yeah, let's go to view app here. Oh yeah, resource planning. Yay. Okay, runner 2, you are the winner. Runner 7 has something out here. Of course. Thanks. Timeout. Let's log back in. Has an app. It's got it's pushing app. It's waiting for its database to provision. So we'll see where that goes. We got a couple other promising situations here. I think runner 11? Was that the .NET app? I have no idea which one it was. So let's go back. Let's go back to All right, so yeah, we are still cooking here. Hopper still, we definitely have some workers. So the color map here in the bottom right, if you can tell, I'll try to zoom in here. Our app IDs are dropping out, so we don't have as many active workers now. When you see all the graphs going very colorful, that means those are all the different active workers reporting token usage. Back to okay here. We had that spike related to our database spike. Still, that seems okay. That might be the breaking point here in this test is scaling up our database to not a little tiny database running this. Worker 2 is idle. Yeah, I bet we got a lot of blue buttons going on here. Oh yeah, proceed. Oh, okay, yeah. Read your logs and figure out why your app's not working. Yeah, that's good. That's like step 1. Gold star, even if you don't get an app written. What are you, worker 11? You tried to read the logs, so I'll give you a gold star for that. This one I think is just echoing out commands. I don't know why. What are you doing? Push the app. Or did you just like yeah. Yeah. This is the one where it's deleting files. Yeah, let's just try this again. Okay. Listing. Oh, did it push? I didn't push. All right, let's go back to it. Maybe it needs an endpoint or something. All right, this one still doesn't want to. Oh, we got a init SQL. Let's try this again. It's saying it's pivotal IO still. What was my last prompt to it? Okay. Regardless of where we are, we're runner 7. Okay, operation in progress for service instance. So runner 7's getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, more writing here. Okay, yeah, I know we are over time and we're coming close to the hour here. So let's talk about some of the economics behind the scenes here.
Yeah, and we have your previous data as well. We can call upon.
Yeah. Because I know it's probably pretty late for you. You got things you want to do, I'm sure. And yeah, everything we could feed the hopper all day here, and I don't know how much I think we've concluded the test and got at least one app working. There's a few that I think are pretty close, but yeah, and discovered a potential bottleneck in my environment of I need to get a bigger Postgres database behind this. But yes, I had some data, some schematics, numbers, whatever you want to call it. I'll zoom in here. So on this first run, this was just with one worker, right? And I need to look back on those dashboards and see if had a correlating Postgres database timeout as well. But essentially, really the only column that really matters here, I'll zoom in some more, is the total tokens here processed per worker. And this was within about an hour time frame here. And just to show where that data is coming from here in Klein, if I go to let's go to our guy that's finished. And he used, you might not be able to see that, but the token usage is total 1.5 million total tokens.
Okay.
And essentially what I did is I ran all the tests and then I just went in here and, got the token usage. I was getting the prompt and completion tokens, but it really is just the prompt, the prompt token, the completion tokens, or the tokens coming back, are so low. Like, and some, it can be important because completion tokens are usually more expensive than prompt tokens. It's billed per million of token used. That one's at 2.4, and I'm not really sure what it's doing here, but we're for the sake of time, I'm not going to try to read all of these here, but I just want to show you. This one's still writing. This is a 1.5. I wonder, this one's probably big. 4.9 million tokens. 5 million tokens. And this is in under an hour, right? 1.5. 940,000 tokens. 1.8.
Do you have a quick summation of what that would have been in a typical cloud cost?
Oh, well, yeah. So that, that's kind of where I got. And if we go back to here, so I basically went and recorded all those numbers on the first take, and now with just with still 15 workers with just one, 15 devs with just one VLM worker behind the scenes. And if we just wanted to kind of sum that up, of like, that is a per hour token usage per developer, right? That's really, we're looking at 2.265 million tokens per hour, right? Consuming all the tokens, taking all the, all that done within an hour, and then divide that by 15, right? Because those, K5 divided by 15. So we had 15 workers, 15 developers. I'm using worker meaning two different things here, so sorry if that's confusing people. All right, so if let's say 2.26 million tokens per hour. If we look at the average tokens per week, that's going to be about 90 million tokens, right? Per developer. And it's just kind of close to that original swag that, I was kind of talking with Dan about, like, maybe it's like 100 million feels close per week, right? And now if we look at, I try to choose some of the cheaper models. Some of these other models, like on Anthropic or others, are like $15 per million token, right? And I just threw those out completely. And I picked $3 for one of them. There are a few that you can get, like if you're using the Claude API or Anthropic API. But if you there's like a caveat in billing that if you're using a model that has, I think, greater than or like equal to 256K context window, they charge you at a base minimum of 3 million per token. Or $3, 3 million per token, $3 per million tokens, right? And that's kind of, this is an example of, all right, 90 million tokens a week per dev, assuming, $3 per million tokens per week. So a dev's going to run about 271 a week USD. And then assuming that is, 52 weeks in a year, like a dev could send about 14-ish K. And then if we add that by, times the number of devs, we're looking at like 202,000 US dollars a year at a $3 per million token model, right? And essentially, if we just bought one Blackwell Pro 6000, buy a current card, you can go to cdw.com and buy those for $8,356.99, and that'll give you the 96 gig of VRAM used to run the model we were just using today. Now, I mean, this is maybe
not but it's there's lots of other if, buts, and ands.
Lots of if, buts, and ands. But even as to go down, let's just say do the math at $1 per million token, because there are some out there as well. We're still seeing a decent amount of ROI if we're just looking at the cost of the hardware, and there's going to be like power, cooling, and server and stuff, but you're still looking at a pretty healthy clip. And even if we go down to the cheapest like public listing of a model per token, which I think I pulled something off like Chat GPT 5 Mini, or that's like one of the cheaper ones I could find at $0.25 per million per token. Even at that rate, you're still potentially looking at ROI and paying off that card. And keep in mind that card's going to be appreciated over 3 to 5 years, right? So maybe or 5 to 8 years, depending on how long your organization uses hardware. So that's interesting. This is starting to pan out of maybe running some of this yourself, maybe even augmenting. Like you still have the crazy fancy models or crazy subscription, but maybe you can still maybe augment that, like use some local models for things that, can be used, and like your crazy complex stuff, use it for the more expensive model. I don't know. And then this is just some of not really the primary concern per se. It's just how to help justify really. How can we help justify buying some GPUs in your data center? And that's kind of what this whole thought process was. There's the whole obvious other thread of there's a bunch of data that we're not allowed to send to any kind of public AI provider, and then have it try to like do things with our code. Like, a lot of large enterprises, I think, have a big data set that are thou shall never go to a public AI code engine to get modified, right? That type of thing.
But they do offer segregated offerings as well. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are some options there, but it's more so
just
I know
blanket, nothing sending over the wire.
Like if this source code ever leaked out ever, right, it would be bad, right? for this company XYZ, right? And I think every company probably has some set of apps that are like, we're never going to send this source code to something else, right? It's just like, not going to happen type of thing. And again, this could help you in that situation where this is all, within your four walls, air gapped, under your control, that type of thing. So this was kind of a long-winded session today. I didn't really. Oh, Dan was out in the chat. Yes. Thanks for the shout out to AMD there. But yeah, if anyone's watching, we do have some viewers here. I didn't, sorry if we were a little slow in the chat today, but this is kind of my mental math of how do I justify my own purchase of a Blackwell Pro 6000, and no, I'm just kidding, but so that's just kind of the thought process behind the scenes. So without further ado, I guess we probably should wrap up here. We're way over. Sorry, Keith. I know this is probably really late now your time, but I appreciate you hanging out with me and kind of walking through the process here.
Oh, good. No, it was interesting. Yeah. I know we're getting some GPUs into our lab. I can't wait to run these scenarios in our lab with non-consumer grade, enterprise grade. Well, my hardware is a bit older than yours, but even on enterprise hardware, the server excluding the GPU.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. So and I want to do some similar testing too around CPU testing and things like where you can scale out CPU workers. I kind of hinted at that in the previous show, but very interesting. But I guess
and you gave me the tip to check out GPT OSS the other day, and it's so much faster on than I was using Mistral previously on my CPU environment. So much faster, and not just faster, way better. Sorry, what would be the right word?
More accurate
results.
Yeah. How's that? You have oh boy, I should know these because I have a bunch of these processors still in my first cluster. What was the generation?
Broadwell. Is it Broadwell's? No. It's not Broadwell's. They're old.
I think it is. I think Broadwell, because it goes Broadwell, Cascade Lake, and Skylake, then Cascade Lake. So yeah, what's it? E5 V4.
I'm logging in there now to check them again.
Yeah, go to your Intel Arc page. Look up your look at your circa end of life date, and probably 2010 or something. Yeah,
it is running E5 2695s. V4s, which are,
I want to say Broadwell, if I remember correctly. The Intel code names have escaped me before in the past.
Broadwell, What did I say? Did I say Broadwell?
Yeah, you're right.
I think yeah.
So Broadwell's even better, because I mean Broadwell's are way end of life.
They're 10 years old.
Yeah. So you can run GPT OSS 20B on Broadwell's. You can definitely run it on,
and it's fine. Like they're quick, decent answers. They have thinking. They have tools, capabilities. Yeah.
Now you might have a little problem with 15 vibe coders, but You should do some client testing and see how it runs.
Yeah,
Or
but like
maybe
I'm running
even
a server
autocomplete.
that
Yeah.
for a fraction of like you would the price of that card was $9,000. This server was like a grand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And yeah, you can buy some of these those Xeons for like $20 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's and they're for those on vSphere, they are not officially supported, but you can do the ignore on for the CPU.
Yeah. So I guess if you want to hit us up for home lab advice too, let us know. But I guess without
We like to
further
spend
ado,
people's money, isn't it?
yeah. Well, I just help people.
I know.
Help people make the right decision, right? Right. Well, I actually have another meeting right now, but thanks so much, Keith, for being on the show today. Everybody watching, I prepared this time. I did not forget the like and subscribe pillow this time. So you should go ahead, like and subscribe. Check out cloudfoundryweekly.com if you like the podcast. It's been pretty fun today. But without further ado, and always, we'll be live next Tuesday, Central European time for the Cloud Foundry Weekly live session at Cloud Foundry Day. So check us out there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
enjoy it and safe travels, Nick.
Well, thanks. All right. Without further ado, 3, 2, 1, CF bye.
Bye.